All right, so now time for the second problem. The instructions on these are simplify the expressions which follow. And so these problems are taken from section 7.2. If we're going to simplify these, well, let's start with the top one. It's got the division in there. So maybe the first thing we want to do on this one is change that division to multiplication. So let me do that. I have a cubed minus b cubed. That won't change. I have a squared minus b squared. That won't change. But this, if I'm gonna divide, I'm gonna multiply by the reciprocal. So this is going to become 2a plus 2b on top, and 4a minus 4b on the bottom. Now what you really do not want to do is you do not want to FOIL this binomial here times this binomial here and the same thing on the bottom. What I told you last time, before our break, was that you want to factor and then simplify. All right, so we're going to factor this, we're going to factor this, factor this, factor this, and then cancel common factors, or simplify common factors, and then write our result. So we're going to have to know how to factor a difference of cubes, which we should. That's on the last unit. A cubed minus b cubed will be a minus b. It'll be a binomial times a trinomial. A squared plus ab plus b squared. The signs will be the same as that, the opposite of that, and always positive. On the bottom, we have a difference of squares, so that'll be a plus b times a minus b. It always factors to a conjugate pair. This has a 2. This also has a 2. So we can factor out a 2 here. And we're left with a plus b. And on the bottom, we can factor out a 4 out of both of those, and we have a minus b. And now that we have it in that form, our job is to find and simplify or cancel, however you want to say it, common factors. And when they cancel, they have to match exactly a minus b, a minus b, a plus b, a plus b. A plus b over a plus b, remember, is 1. So we have that. And then 2 over 4. 4 is really 2 times 2, right? So we can say 2 goes into 4 and leaves a 2 behind. So anything else I can do there? Not really, because this does not factor further. This trinomial is prime, this binomial is prime, and so is the number 2. So our final result is a squared plus ab plus b squared over 2 times, because we have a 2 right here, 2 times the quantity a minus b. You do not have to distribute that in. You can leave that in factored form. You are done. So I hope you got that. All right, the second one I have for you here. This one was division. We know division and multiplication are easier because with addition and subtraction, there's some preliminary work. We have to find a common denominator. So I'm looking at this, this, and this. This is really x times x plus 3. And since x is present in that, x plus 3 is present in that, my LCD is x times x plus 3. So what I need to do is create that common denominator. What this has already is an x plus 3. So what it needs is, it's going to need another x, right? So let me put an x here and an x there. The second term has an x. What is it missing of these two? It's missing an x plus 3. So let me stick that in on the bottom and on the top. And remember, because I'm creating common denominators, I'm creating equivalent fractions, I always have to multiply by 1. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. This last one here has both of those terms in it, So it already has an LCD on the bottom, we're good to go. All right. Once all the denominators match, we can make it one big denominator. And then on the top, we're going to distribute this x in. So we'll have 2x squared plus 4x. If there was a negative sign in front here, we would do negative 3 times that, but it's just a positive. I just mentioned that because that's something to watch out for. You got to watch out for your signs. Whatever sign is in front here belongs to that 3. So it's positive 3 times that, positive 3x, positive 3 times 3, positive 9, and then negative 6. 6 is not multiplying anything, so we just write that. We have 2 more steps. We're going to simplify the top and then factor it to see if we can simplify it with the bottom. So 2x squared doesn't have a like term with it. 4x and 3x are 7x. 9 minus 6 is 3. And that is still over that same common denominator. Said I have 2 steps. I simplified the top, I combined my terms, but now I need to factor it to check if there's any further simplification that can be done. So are there 2 factors of 2 times 6, 2 times 3 rather, a times c is 6. Are there 2 factors of 6 that add to 7? There sure are. They are 6 and 1. So I'm going to rewrite the 7x. Let me do this off to the side. As 6x plus 1x plus 3. It doesn't matter what order I write those 2 in. I can put the 1x first or the 6x first as I did. And now I'm going to do by grouping. You can use smiley face method, whatever method you know. But this is a method I've been using throughout the unit. So I take out a 2x. These have nothing in common. I take out a 1. What matches is x plus 3. What's left is 2x plus 1. And where does that go? It goes on the top. So I have x plus 3. It's the numerator over 2x plus 1. It's the other factor in the numerator, all over x times x plus 3. And now we are there. What can we do? Well, we have a common factor here and here. They match exactly. And so I'm going to simplify those. They're going to go away. And whatever I'm left with is the answer. So that and that equal 1. I can get rid of them. And my final answer is 2x plus 1 over x. So I hope you got that, and I hope you understand it. And if you don't, I hope you watch the video again, or maybe come and ask me some questions. Adios.